Well, now to election 2024 and the Ohio primary. The three Republican candidates for U.S. Senate in Ohio took center stage in their final debate before the March 19th primary. State Senator Matt Dolan, Secretary of State Frank LaRose, and businessman Bernie Moreno are seeking the Republican nomination. The winner of the primary will challenge three-term incumbent Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown in the November general election.
10 TV's political reporter Doug Petcast joining us in studio tonight to break down some of the key points from tonight's debate. Doug.
Well, Andrew and Yolanda, the three Republicans went toe-to-toe at Miami University in Oxford tonight. They took some jabs at each other, but also laid out their positions on some of the key issues.
Matt Dolan, Bernie Moreno, and Frank LaRose sprinkled barbs at each other throughout the 60-minute debate at Miami University.
My opponents are reinventing themselves for their political interest.
Shocking to me that Mr. Moreno supported policies like that in the past.
He's a very silly man.
But largely focused on their stances on the issues, including securing the southern border.
3 military divisions could secure the border. They don't need to be there all that long, 8 months, maybe 12, until the wall can be completed. We must make it clear that if you are here illegally, you will be deported.
If you cross into the country illegally, you are immediately returned. You aren't arrested, you're not detained, you're just immediately returned, and you forfeit your right to make that asylum claim for life.
And I am the only one in this race who's called for securing and sealing the border, which means we are temporarily closing the border to immigration because we need to build a wall. We need to get technology. We need to give our Border Patrol more authority to act.
All three Republicans bill themselves as pro-life, but have varying stances on abortion.
Let's get to a 15-week standard where after 15 weeks, there are some common sense restrictions so that in this country, the greatest country on earth, we don't have elective late-term abortions.
But I have never deviated from the fact that we need to have 3 exceptions: life of the mother, rape, and incest.
We need to be supportive of women that are making difficult choices to make sure that they can make those life-affirming choices, like having a child and giving that child up for adoption. We also need to make sure that the cost of starting a family isn't so prohibitive for people.
And with prices of so many things, like groceries, still high, they also have different ideas on how to help people with the everyday cost of living.
What we need to do in Washington is what we've done here in Ohio, and that's put more money in the taxpayers' pockets. That means helping small businesses.
We need to cut taxes, streamline regulations. We need to be not just energy independent, but energy dominant. That means drill for oil, drill for gas, mine for coal.
We have to unleash the engine of prosperity, which is our marketplace. We have to make certain that we have a regulatory environment that doesn't crush businesses.
All right, Doug, we heard it there. It can be easy to make these promises before getting to Washington, but harder once you get there due to the divisiveness. Did any of these candidates talk about working across the aisle?
Yeah, they were actually specifically asked that question. Was there one thing that they could do, one hot button issue? And Dolan said that it would be on securing the border. LaRose said it would be on cutting spending. And Moreno said enacting term limits.
All right, Doug Petcast reporting for us tonight. Thank you, Doug.
Thank you, guys.